Hello and welcome back to the Art of Crafting by Asma, and today I'll be giving you a tutorial on the basics of brush lettering and what are the different kinds of pen you can use to achieve this kind of lettering. Let's get started. So you can learn brush lettering with the help of watercolor brush pens or pens which have a brush tip like this, and also this is the one that has a bigger brush tip and it's a flexible one. So these are the different types of pens which I'll be using today for this tutorial. Now brush lettering makes use of thin upstrokes and thick downstrokes. So if you notice, the upstrokes is always thin and the downstrokes are thick. So put less pressure on your pen while making the upstrokes and press harder while making the downstrokes. This is how you will have to control your pens throughout the lettering. Now this is a pen that has a very hard nib, and I am showing you another pen that has a soft flexible nib. So the hard tip is a bit sturdy, easier to use, while the flexible tip is a little tricky to use as it's very soft and difficult to handle. Now let us do the same drill again with the flexible brush tip. Going up thin and going down thick. Now notice how thick that stroke is because of the flexible wide tip of the brush pen. Now let us use the combination of these strokes to write a simple word. I am going to write hello. Now go thick down and make a thin upstroke and a thick downstroke. While writing these letters, make sure to split your strokes so that it's very easy to form your lettering. So I'm going to split all my strokes to make my work easier. Just write the way you would usually write, but split it into strokes. And once you write your complete word, then all you have to do is just connect all the letters. So break your word into strokes and you're good to go. Now observe the strokes as I write the same word again. I'm using this pen from Tombow. It has a short and hard nib. I suggest for beginners this is the best pen you could try as it's very sturdy, you get very clean strokes. It's a bit pricier than the regular pens, but if you can afford it then please go for it. Now the next pen that I'm showing is from Camlin with a brush tip. I'm going to write the same word again. Now notice how wide the downstrokes are, right? So this kind of pen is really good when you are writing on posters or banner. However, the upstrokes sometimes tend to get a little bit shaky. Now this is because this pen is very light-weighted and the tip of the pen tends to wobble sometimes when you go in the upstrokes. So that is the only negative about this pen. Otherwise, if you consider the pricing point, this is extremely affordable. You get the whole set for like just the cost of one Tombow pen. So that is about the cost efficiency, and any kind of pen is good for beginners. It totally depends on your budget and your use, whether you want to use it as captions or you want to use it on posters, because the size of these pens varies, the tip size. Now I'm going to show you another way of writing known as bouncy lettering. This is a little fancier way of writing, right? So notice how I write. Now I'm going to make the downstroke a bit curvy and I'm going to extend this downstroke below the first stroke. Now write your E at the same level as your regular E. And now for the L, I will be extending the downstroke to the level that I had extended the H. Write your next L at the same level as the regular one, and O will also be at the same level as E. So you can just alternately extend your down strokes. That way you will get the bouncy style achieved. Now I'll be showing you the same style using the hard nib pen. So let's get that curvy edge and then extend your downstroke, the same drill again. Now as I'm writing this, right, I can feel that this pen is definitely easier to use than the flexible tip pen. Also the strokes are much cleaner and sharper when I'm using this pen. This is definitely a very good choice when you have to write really small captions and lettering. Now the third type of pen that I am using is a watercolor brush pen. It has a brush tip and it has a barrel. Now you just have to open it and you have to fill this barrel with water. And when you're using it, all you have to do is squeeze this barrel and the drops of water just come out of it from the brush end, and you can use it as a regular brush for your painting. The advantage of this pen is that it is very affordable and also it is very versatile. You can use it with these kind of watercolors, or you could use even with these metallic kind of watercolors. Now I'm using it in the same way like I showed you with the earlier brushes, and the strokes are really nice, and you get a very different effect when you use these kind of watercolor brush pens because the strokes are translucent. So you get altogether a very different effect when you're using watercolor brush pens. This is by far the most affordable and versatile option for beginners, as you can use it with any kind of paint. Now if you don't have any of these pens, right, don't worry, you can just use a normal sketch pen which has this kind of round tip. Use any regular sketch pen. I have been using this technique all my life, and honestly speaking, it's just 1 year back that I finally bought these kind of brush pens. So you don't have to worry, as the brush pens are usually expensive, so you can always use the regular sketch pens. All you have to do is thicken the downstrokes. Write it in your regular style and only thicken the downstrokes. You will achieve the same look as the normal brush pens. Now for the bouncy style using these sketch pens, write it in the regular way by just extending the downstrokes, and now time to thicken the downstrokes. Thicken the downstrokes and then connect each of the letter to form one continuous word. So today I showed you two styles of lettering, the normal and the bouncy style, using 4 types of pens. The first one was the hard nib pen, very good for beginners as it has a sturdy tip. The second one was one with the flexible tip that is good for making posters and banners. However, sometimes the upstrokes are a little trickier to get. And the third one is the most versatile option and most affordable one, which is the watercolor brush pens. You get a very nice translucent effect by using these kind of pens. And the fourth one was a regular old faithful sketch pen. You can use this any time of the day, even if you don't have anything to do. You can even use a ballpoint pen to achieve this kind of lettering. If this video was helpful for you, then please like my video and subscribe to my channel.